Is it even possible to go back to work and yet keep breastfeeding on? Well, this is the most stressful question every working mother needs to ask herself while she gets ready to go back to work. Every mother wants to give her baby the best start in life. But here's the truth: going back to work often feels like an end of the exclusive breastfeeding period. Welcome to Healthy Beginnings Initiative, and I am Hilda, your lactation counselor and your transformational genomic wellness consultant. The stress, the time, and the lack of support, all of this actually makes moms wonder, is it even possible to keep breastfeeding on while I return back to work? Well, today in this video, I have some good news for you. Today, we will break that myth, and also I will share with you the science, the struggles, and most importantly, the solutions that can actually help working mothers continue nourishing their babies yet with confidence. Let's see more in this video. So, what exactly is the reality of workplace struggles for working mothers nowadays? 60% of the mothers actually return back to work within their 3 to 6 month of postpartum period. And many workplaces they actually still lack the private spaces for expressing the milk. So what are the challenges? The challenges are long working hours, also stress and fatigue. This will automatically affect the milk supply and the mother's ability to feed. Also, guilt and pressure to perform both roles perfectly, meaning at home as a breastfeeding mother or a mother to take care of her child, along with performing her household chores, and in the work while to be a perfect employee. So, most important insight here is exclusive breastfeeding doesn't just depend on the mother's willpower, it actually requires the systems of support. Why is actually exclusive breastfeeding really doesn't matter? WHO recommends that 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding need to be done for every baby. Meaning, why does this help? It actually helps to reduce infection, it boosts the immunity of the baby, and also it lowers long-term risk of obesity and diabetes in the child. For mothers, this exclusive breastfeeding it helps to lower the risk of breast and ovarian cancer, and it also helps with weight regulation, and it supports the bonding between the mother and the baby. So exclusive breastfeeding at work isn't just a personal choice of the mother alone, it's a public health investment. So let us look at some of the practical solutions that we can help breastfeeding mothers who are returning back to work. And this is really powerful. You can wait and look at this every time you want some solutions that you can use in your workplace. Number one, prepare before returning to work. Now, once we are aware that we are going to start work on a particular time period or from a particular date, 2 to 3 weeks before, let's start building the freezer, meaning let's start building our stock or our store. So we can start expressing our milk and keeping our milk supply or the stores in our freezer. So we need to start this before at least 2 to 3 weeks or at least a month before we will be going back to work. And also we can start introducing a bottle of expressed milk once daily, so the baby will get used to at least having the same milk but from the bottle, and this will help the baby to be adjusted. Number two is pumping at work. So try to invest in a good electric pumping machine or a breast pump, and you need to pump every 3 to 4 hours to maintain the supply. This you can do while you have your short breaks in your work, and you can actually use this time to pump your milk. Also invest in a good double electric pump so that you will not waste your time. This will be effective for you to express your milk within the short period, plus to not to waste your time, as it takes time like 20 minutes to 30 minutes for one breast. So if you have a double electric pump, it will help you to express your milk from both the sides at the same time. Also, you can store your milk in cooler bags with ice packs if there is no facility for a refrigerator. Next aspect is creating a lactation friendly workplace. So we could talk to our employer before the maternity leave begins. So, like to request for a clean private pumping space and not the bathroom. So you should know your rights, because many countries they actually legally protect breastfeeding breaks. The fourth aspect is the stress and energy management, meaning when you are at work, take a quick 3-minute mindful breath work before you pump, and this will help to boost your oxytocin, and it will help your milk to flow easily. So you can try a 3-minute deep breathing before you start pumping. Also, try to include sattvic or healthy snacks at work like nuts, fruits, warm milk. This will help to maintain your energy and lactation. And don't forget, stay hydrated, because you need your hydration to maintain your milk supply and flow. For this, you can see our previous video. The link will be given in the description box. So don't forget to stay hydrated, as you need it very much for your milk production and milk supply. And the number five is cultural practices. In India, normally the family elders they traditionally send warm foods, nourishing foods to actually support the lactation for the mother. In Kuwait, also women historically relied on community support like the wet nurses or family support system. So we can also revive these traditions by creating modern workplace sisterhoods, that is co-workers who actually support each other. So maybe a particular mother may not be having their family members here with them. So maybe how we can help them is having a community support in our workplaces. So we can support such mothers by bringing them sattvic foods or healthy foods and keeping them encouraged and supported. And the last aspect is empowering the mother. Remember, it's not about perfection. Even partial breastfeeding has huge benefits. So sometimes some mothers may be doing mixed feeding, but at least as long as she's on that journey to breastfeed her baby, I think she needs to be really supported from family and friends. So the mother is not alone. We need to build her support system by her husband, her family, her co-workers, HR department, and the lactation consultant. So every breast milk actually counts. The drop really matters. And our efforts to help such mothers will actually help them to shape the future life of their child. So, can exclusive breastfeeding survive in workplace? Well, the answer is definitely a yes, but only when the mothers are supported, prepared, and also empowered. If you are a working mother, remember, your milk is not just food, it's medicine for your baby. And with the right planning and workplace advocacy, you can actually continue giving your child this gift of life, of health, no matter where you are. If you found this video encouraging, powerful, and educational, do like, share, and subscribe with your friends and family too, so that they could benefit from this video and take mindful decisions while they get back to work. And we will meet each other in the next video.